Thank you for joining me. For those of you who are new, I'm Cynthia Greer, spiritualist who works at the in-depth level of the soul, helping you to uncover the hidden aspects of yourself that are blocking you to expressing your full higher consciousness that ultimately leads you back into connection with God over all, the divine source that created you. If you find my videos are helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. It's free to do that, as it will help me a great deal because my videos are not supported by any outside source. Okay, the autumn equinox. This is the descent into the dark half of the year, where the dark half of the year happens on October 31st, when Halloween is celebrated, which goes back to the honor of the dead and our ancestors, friends, and family members who are no longer with us. So, as we travel into the descent of the year and we prepare for its death, we are facing all of the emotions that we have been uncomfortable with, that we haven't wanted to deal with. And basically, because fall at the date of the 21st is the element of water, emotions run high. And there are things that come up that have been buried for so long that when the trigger points present themselves, there is a tendency for many individuals to completely go off the deep end emotionally. So, for instance, if there is adult attention deficit disorder that has never been addressed and dealt with, what's going to come up is the fact that the individual or yourself really isn't listening to what another person is saying. So by doing so, you're not getting the full benefit of the conversation, maybe misunderstanding, and things will escalate and blow up to a very ugly scenario, all of which could have been prevented if you or the individual was grounded and centered. Now, another issue here with all of this is the fact that society is so digitally oriented that the majority of people are disconnected from the heart because the focus is on the outer. And I see this all of the time in the spiritual community, where people are supposed to really be reflecting that they are helping one another, but in reality, it isn't about that at all. It's all about algorithms and being the center of attention, which is really a red flag for me. When an individual is a drama king or a drama queen, and they have to proselytize what it is they are doing, and they are bragging and blowing about their spirituality and how they are living, then something really is off. And when I have worked with individuals who have come to me for help, and I have pinpointed this, many get angry right off the bat and go into denial. They fly off the handle, they hurl accusations because they are triggered. On an inner level, they know that that is what they're doing. But the fear of completely releasing in order to go within and to surrender to the divine all the way without the approval from others is a horrifying thought. So if individuals have lived in the opinions of others, they've lived in this day and age on social media to the point that this is how they make their connections and this is the only way they do it, that there's nothing substantial in the physical personal life, nothing whatsoever, and they are channeling their energies outward in social media in order to feel that acceptance, there are deep issues. And as we go further in to the descent of the year, because of this, more mental health issues are going to present themselves. And if they are not addressed during this time frame, when we go into the depth of it and we hit the dark half of the year, it's going to get much worse because everything is going to be magnified. We are in a 9-year. So a 9-year is the end of a grand cycle. In 2026, when we enter into the 1 year on a planetary level, that is going to be symbolic of the Ten of Swords in the Tarot, which breaks down to a 1, which is moving forth on that solo path. And so if you haven't faced the issues that have been deeply suppressed, that are things maybe you even are aware of, but you have been sweeping under the table, now is the time to take a good look. If you are not good with paperwork, if you are not good with finances, begin to take a look at your issues with lack and limitation. Take a look at where things are going. Take a look at what you have to work with. Start writing things down on paper. Be aware of where everything is going financially and what's coming in. If there are things you have been in denial about with your health, address them. No matter how unpleasant it may be, when you are entering into the energy of descent, you are going into the womb of the feminine energy. And know that when you face those fears, that divine feminine aspect of the God force is going to comfort you through it and give you the guidance to face every fear that you have. I wish you so much love and many blessings.